like, oh my goodness. But yeah, so why we went there, well, why I went there, Mom has already been doing a lot of like humanitarian work. Last year she went to Nigeria, and she brought back pictures, and I was like, she's just an ordinary person like we are. And she went and did something amazing, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to be the change. So, thanks to HHS, we did toonie drives, bake sales, and a very successful pasta lunch. So thank you everyone who is involved in that. What we did there was, like, we went to a lot of refugee camps, 7 refugee camps, 5 orphanages. At the first orphanage, we made 400 peanut butter sandwiches and 5 huge things of powdered milk. And it was crazy, and all the kids thought we were like celebrities. It was crazy. While we were passing out the peanut butter sandwiches, one of our friends who came with us, Rachel Hunt, she had barrettes in her hair, and this little girl was taking the barrettes out of her hair, and she's like, okay, yeah, you can have them, you need them more than I do. And so she took the barrettes and sold them on the black market for shoes. So I was like, okay. And that was my first kind of touch of reality of how desperate they are there, and it was a big thing for me. We played with and fed babies at all the orphanages. They're pretty well taken care of. They're changed, they're fed, they're clothed, but they just sit there in their cribs. No one there pays attention to them or plays with them. So we brought them balloons and stickers and bubbles, and they just had a field day. There were stickers everywhere, all over these kids. Actually, there was this one orphanage we went to, we visited a second time, and this one kid still had stickers all up his neck, all down his legs and everything. He's like, I remember you. And I was like, you're so cute. Okay, so we distributed over 40 bags of rice and 20 bags of beans to refugee camps. Thank you, MCC, the Spoken Community Church, for donating that to us. We gave 40 bags of personal care items. We sorted out this crazy medicine depot. There was, oh my goodness, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was messing with my bedroom, and for those who know me, that is saying a lot. It was just like, there was things expired there from 2002 that they were handing out to people, like medicine. And I was like, this can't happen. So we spent, 6 hours sorting it out? Oh yeah, you were there. Anyway, so it was just crazy. And there was like people, they didn't even have to, like there's people who didn't eat it, and they were going in and taking stuff. There was stuff that wasn't getting to the people. So we organized it, we threw out everything that was expired, and we made sure that that stuff was getting to the people. One thing that struck me the most was the garbage. There was garbage everywhere. Everywhere. There was no dumps. We just throw it. There was no, you went to the washroom wherever, which was disgusting. But it was just crazy how much garbage. And I thought, what if someone just picked up the garbage? That's one thing. Something so simple that we could do to help. It would make a huge difference. Like, the smell on the streets was just, it was really powerful smell. And I just was like, this can't happen. It's just gonna spread disease, and like, it just can't happen. Okay, so everyone there basically has a story. Everybody has a touching story, especially about the earthquake. There's so many stories and so many people's lives have been shattered because of this. But 4 stories that touched me the most were There was this girl named Claudia, and she was 5 years old, and she was at the first orphanage we went to, and her mom had abandoned her 2 days before we got there, and she was sitting in a spot. She wouldn't eat, she wouldn't move. She was going to the bathroom in her spot. She just cried. She just cried. And we were playing frisbee with this really energetic kid named Olson, and it got passed to her, and she kind of looked up at us, and she threw it back at us. And we just kept playing, and we got her to eat, and she gave me a hug, which was really touching, and she started to cry again, so I picked her up, and I rocked her, and she fell asleep in my arms, and that was so hard because I had to leave her, and there's so many kids like that, some even more soft than that. Claudia still has a chance that her mother would come back and get her. But so many of those kids that are orphans, they don't have a chance. Unless we help them. We can give them a chance. There's also this little girl named Margaret who, her parents, I think they were dead. And she was at one of the orphanages we went to. And she wouldn't eat because she wanted her parents. She was so malnourished. Her bones, like I could fit my hand all the way around her arm. Like, it was crazy, and she had me carry her everywhere. We got her to eat, and I don't know, everyone there was they were so happy that we were there to see them. They would say, "Oh, thank you, why would you come here to visit us when you have everything? Why would you come to a place that has nothing and help us out?" And it's because we can. It's because we can make a difference. There was this woman who we hired to cook for us while we were staying at Haiti Village Health, and her name was Jillianne, and her daughter died in the earthquake. And she was taking care of her daughter, who was only 16, her daughter's 1-year-old daughter. And she smiled at me. At one point, we came from a really long day of work, and she's like, "Are you hungry?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so hungry." Like, I'm always hungry, but anyway. So she's like, come here, I'll give you something. So she gave me fried goat and fried plantains, and she's like, "Here, you take that." And I was like, "How could you do that? How could you give me something when you don't have anything to give me?" Like, that's all you have to give me, and you give it to me. It's amazing. So we have so much. They just can't get any better for us. And they have nothing. So all we can do is get better for them. And we can help that. And we can be changed.